Welcome YouTube channel Hidden World Fact. Today topic is the millionaire real estate investor. The journey to becoming a millionaire real estate investor is not a sprint. It is a calculated marathon that begins with a fundamental shift in how you perceive money, debt, and time. Most people see a house as a liability that costs money every month, but a millionaire investor sees it as a business, a cash-generating machine that works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, regardless of whether you are awake or asleep. To reach the seven-figure mark, you must first master the pillars of wealth, which are cash flow, appreciation, loan paydown, and tax benefits. Cash flow is your survival income. It's the net profit left over after all mortgages, taxes, insurance, and maintenance are paid. Appreciation is your long-term wealth builder, where the market value of your property rises over decades due to inflation and demand. Loan paydown is the hidden profit, where your tenants are essentially buying the building for you 1 month at a time. And finally, the tax benefits, like depreciation and 1031 exchanges, allow you to keep more of what you earn compared to a traditional 9-to-5 job. To start, you need to understand market cycles. Real estate moves in waves: recovery, expansion, hypersupply, and recession. A millionaire investor doesn't buy when everyone is talking about how great the market is. They buy when there is blood in the streets, or during the recovery phase when prices are low but demand is starting to tick up. You must develop a buy box, a specific set of criteria that filters out the noise. This includes the neighborhood grade A, B, or C, the property type, single family, duplex, or multifamily, and the minimum cash-on-cash return you are willing to accept, usually 8% to 12%. Once you have your buy box, you enter the deal sourcing phase. Millionaires don't just look at the MLS public listings, they find off-market deals through direct mail, driving for dollars, or building relationships with wholesalers who bring them distressed properties at a discount. Financing is where the real magic happens through the power of leverage. If you have $100,000, you could buy one house for cash, or you could use that $100,000 as 20% down payments on 5 different houses worth $500,000 total. When those 5 houses appreciate by 5%, you haven't just made 5% on your cash. You've made 25% because you controlled $500,000 worth of assets with only $100,000. This is how ordinary people become millionaires. However, leverage is a double-edged sword. You must never over-leverage to the point where a single vacancy ruins your ability to pay the mortgage. This brings us to the BRRRR strategy: buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. You buy a property that needs work, fixer-upper, renovate it to increase its value, forced appreciation, rent it out to a high-quality tenant, and then go to a bank to do a cash-out refinance. If done correctly, the bank gives you back your entire initial investment because the house is now worth much more, allowing you to move that same money into the next property. This is the infinite return model. As your portfolio grows from 5 units to 20 units, your role must shift from property manager to asset manager. You cannot be the one fixing toilets or chasing down rent at 10 p.m. if you want to be a millionaire. You must build a dream team, consisting of a rockstar real estate agent, a creative mortgage broker, a meticulous contractor, and a professional property management company. Your job is to manage the team, not the tenants. You must also learn the 1031 exchange rule, which is the ultimate wealth building hack in the tax code. It allows you to sell a property that has doubled in value and reinvest all the profits into a larger property without paying a single cent in capital gains tax. By doing this repeatedly over 20 years, you can turn a single duplex into a 100-unit apartment complex, deferring millions in taxes along the way. Finally, the psychological aspect of real estate is what separates the winners from the quitters. You will face tenant horror stories, unexpected roof leaks, and economic downturns. The millionaire investor maintains a capital expenditure reserve, a bucket of cash set aside for every property, so that a $5,000 repair is just a line item on a spreadsheet rather than a financial catastrophe. You must stay patient. Real estate is slow wealth. It's about the compounding effect of rent increases over time and the steady erosion of debt. If you stay in the game for 10 to 15 years, the combination of inflation pushing rents up and your tenants paying the mortgage down will inevitably create a massive gap of equity. This equity is your freedom. It allows you to retire, to give back to your community, and to leave a legacy for your family. The path is simple, but it is not easy. It requires the courage to take the first step, the discipline to save your first down payment, and the persistence to keep going when the market gets tough. If you commit to the process, the bricks and mortar will eventually turn into gold.